All know when people move into their homes, especially in Florida, we're limited for storage space. So what we do is we come in and help create storage space by maximizing what is currently available in their kitchens and their closets and other rooms. So a few of the things that we really pride ourselves on is communication with the customer, and our attention to detail is second to none. If you're looking to transform your kitchen, closet, or any other space in your home, give us a call or check out our website to book an appointment.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Gold Wingnut Live. I'm your host, Don Wiley, and it's 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoy the broadcast today. Ooh, my volume is way too loud, I guess. Sorry about that. I got all kinds of indicators on the screen that's telling me it's too loud. There we go. That's probably better. Anyway. So, today's sponsor is once again Kitchen-Wise and Closet-Wise. Scott over at Scott at Kitchen-Wise and Closet-Wise. Always a great sponsor. He has a great product. Of course, Country Village Power Equipment and A Rack Above are sponsors today, as well as, excuse me, my company, Gold Wingnut Productions. We also have for sponsors, I'll get it out in a second. I'm just drawing a blank today, folks. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I apologize. There we go. My system is not wanting to cooperate today. I apologize. Anyway, Magic Stairs, Surf to Turf, and far and away, mobile pet grooming. Great. 2 mics are on. You got 2 mics on. Here, that might be better. Sorry. It's actually. Hold on. I was playing around with an echo here earlier too. That's probably what it was. Oh my gosh. One of these days I'll stop messing around with the equipment. Anyway, hopefully that's better. So. Let's start out with some of the questions that are already on the screen. See what we got here. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hey, Don. Okay. So Jan wants to know, hi, all. Another villager here, hoping he will tell us they are widening 466A. Well, not in Sumter County. Eventually, they will widen it in Lake County, going all the way out to 27441. But as far as Lake County or as far as Sumter County goes, nope. It's as far as it's going to go for right now. There's some intersection work going to happen at Powell Road and 466A, but that's about it as far as I know. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Had a guy pass me on the left on a corner at the intersection of Multimodal Path and Charlie Path. They took off at 30 miles an hour. You can't legislate stupidity, I guess. Greetings from Moultrie Creek, Verandas West, Dave and Sharon. Okay. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you dropping in. Hi, Dawn. Okay. A little echo. I assume the echo's gone. Somebody let me know. I think I got rid of it. I had 2 microphones turned on. Well, actually, I had the same microphone turned on twice. Anyway, adjust my little control here on my sound box. Let's see. Traffic, lots of new people to apartments. They don't go home for the summer. You're right. There is lots of traffic on 466A. It is within the design criteria. Still echo. Okay. Hang on. Let me stick my headphones on, see what I can hear. All right. Oh, yeah. There is an echo in there. How about, okay. Where's the echo coming from? Huh. Isn't that interesting? I've got a sound box over here that's creating some of that. Okay, and that's not doing it either. Huh. You know, some days the dragon wins. All right. let's do a reset real quick. All right. Okay. Now that sounds a little bit echoey too. But, all right, I apologize. We'll take a 30-second break here in a few minutes, and I'll check some things out. But right now, it shouldn't be doing it. Okay. Yeah. My apologies, folks. Echo's not there. Okay. Let me get rid of these headphones. My head starts to sweat when I wear those too long. Still echo. Any idea about what's going in at the barnstorm? No, still no idea on the barnstorm. I know they've removed a lot of interior stuff. So I don't know what they're doing with it. I haven't heard anything. Any update on grocery stores in Middleton and Eastport? No. I haven't heard anything. I know that in Middleton, they're focusing on the hotel, which is just to the south of where the grocery store is going. And right now they have a bunch of construction trailers in the area where I'll get it out in a second, Eastport grocery store is coming too. But that's so far. Dave Moss, I'm not Taylor Swift. I wish I had her money though. Let's see. Becky says, saw a post that since ICE arrest, the new home construction have really slowed down. Anything new on that, Don? So, there were, 30 people arrested? That was part of a statewide sweep. 30 people in a workforce of about 15,000 is trivial. The people I've talked to about it since it happened say, yeah, it slowed down for about a day, but everything's back at normal. Let's see. Target date for opening. I'm assuming you're asking the target date for Target opening, and I don't know. There's still a lot of work going on at Target. Blah, 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 blah. Well, so Tammy says, Don, any idea if they are putting any beer huts, bars near the band area? Just saw Doug's drone video in the area. It doesn't look like that big from the air. So yes, there are 2 bathrooms, one on each side of where the bandstand is in Eastport, and attached with those, from what I understand, is we'll call it refreshment stands, which they're adult refreshment stands. So beyond that, that's what I know is going in there. I don't watch the other YouTube videos unless somebody points something out to me, asks me a specific question. I just as soon do my own content. I've been working on 156. It's so close to being done. I got a call at like noon today to go out and help somebody, so I lost an hour and a half and I didn't quite finish it. I lost all last night. Went over to my house and cut the grass because we had an open house today, and my allergies kicked in, and I was miserable all last night. So but I'm close. I am so close. I've got like 6 more minutes of the video to do the voiceover from, and then it'll be ready, all set to go. And it looks good so far. The sound is good on everything. Is great. We'll work with that though. Let's see. We talked about ice. Are the pools in the villages cooled in the summer? No, they are not. I actually only heard of one person who had a pool cooler, or a cooler for their pool, and that's it. I mean, that's something that most people don't bother with. Let's see. We got a bunch more coming in here. Let's see. Megan says, do you offer drone service for people trying to select a lot so they can see the view size, etc.? If you're interested in that, contact me directly. We'll work something out. Terrible audio. I apologize. Okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to turn off, I'm going to reboot my soundboard, and we'll see if that clears the issue. Everybody hang on a minute. It's going to go quiet for just a second. Oh. Hello. 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 Is that any better? Okay. Let me see. I'm going to put the headphones on and see if that sounds any better to me. All right. Oh, no, we still got an echo. What the heck? Where is it coming from? I have no idea, folks. I apologize for the echo. That's the first time we've had that problem. All right. Got my work cut out for me, I guess, this evening. Let's see. Audio is fine. It's fine. It's good too. That's okay. We'll continue on. All right. So had a good show last week talking about the. I don't hear an echo. A little louder. Garage door openers in the new houses. Internet app connectivity. Good question mark. Are the garage door openers in the new houses internet app connected? No, but I have them on my new house. It cost me like $30 to buy it on Amazon, and if you got a web browser, or excuse me, a wireless hub, a wireless router in your house, it ties into that, and I can control them from my cell phone, and I can. It also gives me an alert if the garage door is open more than 15 minutes. All right. Echo will improve your singing voice. Dude, you don't want to hear me sing. I have only sang in public one time, and that was a long time ago, and I don't want to get into that. Have you got any extra mic open by chance? No, I only have, everything is turned down. Okay, you know what? Let's pull this one and this one. Okay, now there's only one mic going in, and that's mic 2. So we'll see if that makes a difference. Sounds good in Kansas City. Wow, I didn't know I could be heard all the way. I knew I had a big mouth, but no, okay. Anyway, let's see. I hear a bit of an echo. No issues with okay. Victoria says, do you think lakeside area will start to take off with houses being built? Oh, when do you think? Victoria, good to see you again. Victoria's a regular. So I don't expect to see that until businesses start opening up in Eastport, both there and LaGrange. So probably sometime this autumn is when they'll be, happening. Yeah. Oh, he's having a Joe Biden moment. Oh, wow. Ow. The pain. The pain. So Eb wants to know what model garage thing. I don't remember the model number, but I will tell you the brand. Where's my home automation? There it is. It is Meross. Meross is the name of the company. And that is the one I use. And it works great. Every time I leave the garage door open, my phone goes banging on me. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Where are we at? Things are coming in quick. Garage door system. I use my Q app. Okay. That's it. Audio is perfect. Some echo comment. Okay. Maybe from those watching delayed. Okay. Happy Go Lucky says, do you think ongoing ICE enforcement in the area will slow down the construction timelines of home constructions, or do you think the number of workers removed will be a small percent of the total workforce? You're joining late, Happy Go Lucky, but that's okay. We talked about that. Again, it was 33 people that were taken away. There probably was more. And, but again, out of a workforce of about 15,000 people involved in the construction of homes and businesses here in the villages, I don't think it's going to have an impact. There's a lot more with that. There's E-Verify and things like that have some problems that really aren't helping the situation. Sounds improved when you shut off the extra mics. Okay, that's interesting because well, now, all right, I'll take your word for it. Let's see. Jay says, I think signs should be up when entering a roundabout, telling some of these people which lane they're supposed to be in when going halfway around the roundabout. There are signs that show you which lane you're supposed to be in, and it's MEROSS. Let me type that in. MEROSS. That's the name of the company that I have for my garage door openers. Let's see. I have an Aladdin garage door controller from Genie. Love the app. That's great. The one that I found is pretty much universal. You tie it into the 2 terminals for operating it, and there's a door contact, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I got one device, and it'll do up to 3 garage doors. Let's see. Becky wants to know, are the construction workers employed by the villages? So I'm assuming you're talking about the developer. No, they are not. They are all employed by subcontractors. The villages has directly working for them between 350 to 400 people, as I understand it. Most of them are like project managers. Everybody else is contractors. So yeah, they're not directly employed. Everybody is subcontracted. Now I will tell you, they have like 135 contractors involved with the building of the homes, which is a lot. There's a lot more contractors involved in building homes here than are in a typical home. And part of the reason for that is these people are specialized in what they do. So for example, the guys that put the roof trusses up generally aren't the same ones that put the sheeting up, the OSB sheeting on it. And they're not going to be the same guys that put down the tar paper and the shingles. Everybody gets specialized, and it works a lot better that way. This is assembly line construction. Just like Henry Ford perfected, everybody has a specialized task, and it works very well. In fact, it's one of the things I talk about just briefly in 156. The fact that the way they manage the construction here is absolutely amazing. I was a construction project manager for the better part of 20 years when I worked for Johnson Controls, and I've seen good projects and I've seen bad projects, and the way they run things here is pretty good. Let's see. Any new businesses added to Eastport that we can look forward to? Have not heard anything. They are very tight-lipped on what's happening in Eastport. I guess they don't like people spilling the beans on them. I don't know who that could be. Sorry. Megan says, when do you think lots in LaGrange and Lakeview will open up? Fall. Can you tell if there will be any large lots in there, larger view lots in there? So yes, looking at Lakeview, it does look like there are some larger view lots along Central Lake, both in LaGrange and in Lakeview. Still think it's going to be Publix? Yes, absolutely. What would the developer and contractors do without the illegals? So I'm not going to answer that one, because what you're doing is you're making a statement there, Steve, saying, well, they've got all these illegals working for them. I think you'll find it's actually a lot smaller number than you would think. Anyway, so we had. Let me go to one of the comments that I had. Let's get the right one. There we go. So last week I talked about. Okay, good. I still have sound. Last week I talked about some new deed restrictions, and Noah James 7 responded with a comment. We will agree to disagree on rental restrictions. Countless people, including myself, have staged short-term rentals in the villages and elsewhere and have never violated any deed restrictions, rules, etc. The vast majority of people follow the rules, especially in the villages, because of the crowd it draws. If anything, the villages should crack down on the owners of property if the renter is breaking any rules. Many, many people own second homes, vacation homes in the villages, and should be able to short-term rental their property if they want to. Also, just as an FYI, these restrictions are not new. An area in the village of Finney also has these restrictions. There seem to occasionally add these restrictions every so often, so would not get too excited that this would be a new trend going forward, at least not any more than it has been in the past. Short-term rentals help promote the villages, and it would be a detriment to the villages to ban them altogether. We gave ourselves multiple self-guided lifestyle visits by staying in short-term rental found on Airbnb. It is not in the village's best interest to ban them. So I'm going to say, as a resident who had one of these, actually several of these short-term rental properties around, you're right. Not every resident or short-term renter is a problem. But I will tell you, as someone who lived near one, like 3 doors down, it's a real problem. You know, there are some that'll speed, they make excessive noise. When they check out, they put their garbage out front. And now, we've got to drive by them for 3 days because, our trash day was Tuesday and Friday. They put the trash out on Wednesday. So now we got to drive by it. I've made it a promise to myself after seeing it now. From now on, when I see that, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pick up the trash and I'm going to go set it by the front door so I don't have to look at it when I go by. Yes, the developer does benefit from it, but as a resident, generally we do not. Long-term rentals, a whole different issue. I have many friends that have been long-term renters, and in fact, one of them will be moving soon after, I think, 7 years they've been here, and Debbie and I are very sad about that because they're very good friends. That's that. Where are we at? No new comments or questions. What time is it? Okay, great. So in the promo for this broadcast today, I wanted to talk about RPMs, roadway pavement markers or raised pavement markers. These are the yellow or blue or white buttons that you see in the middle of the roads. CDD5 recently made the decision to put them in. I applaud them for them, because if you see these, you will see that they are really good. In many of the areas, they have them in what they consider problem areas, like at the where they put an island or a boulevard in the middle of to split the directions, and they work great. Okay. If you go up to the multimodal path that goes near the fire station at the corner of Morse Boulevard and 466. They go by the fire station. There is a hospice there. Go by there at night. It's awesome. you can actually see the path very well. Okay. You know, it's funny, the traffic engineer, Kimley Horn, they did a study, or they came out with an opinion that said, we don't recommend them. But then CDD5 is moving forward to it, and now they're saying, well, don't put them every 20 feet, put them every 10 feet. So part of their logic was people are going to trip over them, okay? Or bicycles are going to have a problem with them. Why are these people in the middle of the multimodal path, okay? When I was on PWAC and we had discussions about putting lines on the road, people said, oh, they're a trip hazard. And again, why are you in the middle of the path? It doesn't make any sense. You know, the need for them, I think, is valid. And I think it's a good idea. And I applaud the district supervisors in CDD5. I think they made a wise choice this time. I don't agree with their decision on anonymous complaints, but we'll save that topic for another day. The RPMs allow you to see where you're going at night very well. They help during the day. If a bicycle hits one, they're 3/8 of an inch. Most people aren't going to have a problem. There was concerns in the discussions at PWAC about lawsuits if people trip and all that. You know, those RPMs that are out there already have been out there for 6-7 years. And I've yet to hear of one person tripping over one of them. I have yet to hear of a bicycle crashing because of one. It doesn't hold any weight, their arguments. Part of the argument with the lines on the multimodal paths was, well, people won't move over because they'll be afraid to cross the line. You know what? Most people in the villages know how to drive. They understand what the lines mean. And it's very clear. Yeah. So what do you guys think? RPMs, yes or no? I think they're a good idea, but I'd love to hear what everybody else thinks. Let's see. Oh boy, we got a few comments in here. Okay, let's see. Warm Springs Avenue past Finney, do you know it's being built by Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah, Muskie says it's 7-Eleven, that's correct. I got some good footage of it. When did I shoot that? Friday of it, and it's in 156 that's getting ready to come out. Are there age restrictions on renting your house out to in the villages 55 plus? There are no age restrictions about rentals in the deed restrictions. And therein lies another problem. You know, we've had people rent that have underage children under the age of 19. Part of the problem is the deed restrictions are what's considered internal deed restrictions. The only people that can act on that is the developer. And honestly, the developer has been very lax over the years on acting on internal deed restrictions. And, you know, a few years, or I guess it was about 2 years ago, they wanted to pass internal deed restrictions off to the CDDs. And pretty much all the CDDs went, sorry, you fix your problems first. And then we'll talk about it. Let's see. Chris says, I have been run off the road with people driving down the middle of the road, feel they help daytime as well as at night to drive the road. I agree. You know, it just reinforces rules that we have lived with all our adult lives as the drivers, of automobiles. We know how to drive down a road that's got a white line or a yellow line down the middle of it. We know what it means, okay? we know what these RPMs mean. They're age, you know. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Wow, we had a whole bunch come through here. Good idea, Becky says. Robert says they need golf cart crossing at Dunkin' Donuts on Warm Springs Avenue. Not going to happen. The reason for it is Warm Springs Avenue is a 45-mile-an-hour road. You can't cross a 45-mile-an-hour road in a golf cart because the limit by state law is 35 miles an hour. The city of Lady Lake, I think it was, made some exceptions up on 441 for crossing at a traffic light. I don't remember all the details on that. But other than that, no. It's just simply not going to happen. Not unless we can change the state laws or change the speed limit on Warm Springs Avenue. RPMs, yes. RPMs are a good idea. Possibly in the middle of the path, passing walkers, especially two walkers with dogs walking same direction as your cart. Okay, not sure where you're going with that. Let's see. Chris says, I'm in District 6 and they are very much against it, but I'm for it 100%. You know, I think the answer is reach out to your district supervisors if you're for this. I'm going to reach out to mine, and I'm going to let them know, both in CDD 10 and in, thank you to Victoria, appreciate the donation. Steve Bova is a friend of mine. He's now vice chair of PWAC. He's also the PWAC representative for CDD 10, which is where my house is. I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to tell him I disagree with this position. Will it go far? I don't know. But, let's see. Thank you for the info. Okay, let's see. Lots of yeses on the RPMs. So KMF says, hi, Don. Thank you for your info. Any recommendations per drainage vent at the bottom of the patio screen, as water does not drain properly when being hosed down for cleaning? I know what you're talking about. It's called a scupper. And it's a way for to drain things out. Here's the problem with those. Unfortunately, it's those little geckos or whatever you want to call them, the lizards. They like to come in. All kinds of bugs will come in there. My recommendation, go down to Lowe's or Home Depot, get a squeegee, and when you hose it down, just use a squeegee and push it out the screen door. That's going to be your best bet. It'll be a lot cheaper too. Is there a map of... okay. Okay, sorry. Mark says, we live in CDD 5 and support the RPMs. Have one right in front of our house to locate the fire hydrant. No trippers there. Plus, we like CDD 5's non-anonymous complaint process. Mark, the only thing I'll say, I agree with you on the RPMs, on the not having anonymous complaints. The only thing it does is give somebody an avenue for retribution. And it's turned ugly many times. That's why most of the districts are against it. Is there any map of District 15 and 16 that show flood zones? Your best bet is go to the Sumter County, Florida website. There is a link for a GIS map, and you can look at the flood zones in that area. Mind you, those flood zones will be changing in 15. Some changes were submitted by the developer based on the grading that happened, and it's changed the flood zones in a lot of the area, and the county has received some feedback on that and is working to get the GIS maps updated. Can they do reflective paint instead of RPMs, possibly cheaper? So Don, that the reflective paint is actually a plastic that they put down. and it's actually pretty expensive. We looked at that with the multimodal path group. Oh my gosh, again, it was 6, 7 years ago, and it was very expensive. I think we were talking $300,000 or $400,000 to do what we had. The RPMs are relatively cheap, and the other advantage of the RPMs is, especially during the daylight hours, you don't have to see them. You'll hear them when you go across them. And look, we're all human. Okay, we get tired. Sometimes people drive in less than ideal physical and mental conditions. The RPMs may assist in not drifting out of your lane going down the road, which could be beneficial. Again, thank you, Victoria. I appreciate the donation. Some people don't know what a yellow line in the road means. You're right. There are a lot of people that don't know what a stop sign means. I see that all the time. The one that gets me, though, is the people that cut the lanes making a left turn. In Ventura Villas, where I have my house, there is one of those intersections right by my house. Community Watch was coming down Aber, and they stopped at the stop sign. One of the people came in, one of the residents came in down Vale Court and cut the corner on the left and head on right into the Community Watch vehicle. I don't remember if anybody was hurt or not. I do remember, though, that they were out there for about 3 hours trying to get the mess cleaned up. So that to me is a real pain. Let's see. Mushy says, I think people that don't follow driving rules without the RPMs won't follow them with the RPMs. You're absolutely right, Musky. You can't fix stupid. Will they be putting lights in the newer tunnels? I don't know. I would hope. It's an expense that the CDDs have to incur to put them in. For a while there, they were trying to go with solar-powered ones, and that didn't work out so well. The batteries tended to die quickly. Imagine that in Florida heat, batteries not lasting out in the sun. So they've went back to the electric 120 volts with LED lighting, and they work great. Occasionally one goes out. If you see one out, call the district helpline or call Community Watch. Let them know, they'll get it fixed. Bruce Brown, who is the assistant district manager, does a great job on making sure things like that get taken care of quickly. All right, I'm going to stretch because my back is killing me. Let's take just a quick break.
We all know when people move into their homes, especially in Florida, we're limited for storage space. So what we do is we come in and help create storage space by maximizing what is currently available in their kitchens and their closets and other rooms. So a few of the things that we really pride ourselves on is communication with the customer, and our attention to detail is second to none. If you're looking to transform your kitchen, closet, or any other space in your home, give us a call or check out our website to book an appointment.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I needed to stretch a little bit, and I was just checking the soundboard, and I'm still hearing the echo, so I'm not sure what the heck is going on. Let's see. Will they be, okay, lights, we talked about. Any recommendations for patio screen cleaning process or company? That's a good one. Patio screen cleaning. Personally, I have a pressure washer, and that's what I just use. Most of the time, if you use just a water hose, you can spray them out with that. One of the things that you can do also is, I think they call it 30-second cleaner or something like that. It's called. Put it in one of the sprayers and spray it on the screen, and then you can just hose it off, and it really, really helps a lot. Let's see. I hope they add mirrors to the newer tunnels. So where they'll add mirrors generally is when it comes to a T intersection. The fact that some of them don't have it has surprised me. I thought for sure that they would be put up because it is a safety issue. If there's one that you want to see it put up, contact your district supervisors. Mark Morgan is a district supervisor for CDD 15. That's going to be everybody in Well Point South. There are other district supervisors. Contact them. You can contact the district office. I recommend contacting your district supervisor because they'll normally work on things like that much better. Let's see. Hi, Don. Did you see they have added a lot of signs and banners around Eastport about trespassing, also about starting drones and filming is prohibited? Yeah, Sam, I've seen it. And I also know what Florida Statute 934.50 says, which basically, Section 3B, the second half of it, says that there is no expectation of privacy. If I can stand someplace legally and see it, then you have no expectation of privacy. And that's what I and the other drone pilots operate under, Florida law, not wishful thinking. What's funny is when you read those signs, they quote two sections that one, they quote 934.5, which has nothing to do with what they're talking about. It's 934.50, and then they also quote a section of, what is it, 810 or 810.9 or something like that. I don't remember the other code. It's about construction trespassing. Again, it's not applicable to what the section, well, that section doesn't even exist. Let's see. Hugo says, do you think they will phase out manned gates in newer areas? Is Shady Brook the only one in Eastport area now? So yes, right now it's the only one in Eastport. I don't think they're going to phase them out because they do have a value for information purposes. They do have a value. They only normally put one in to service an area. So I would not expect, there's one at Shady Brook over by Station 48, Fire Station 48. There is not going to be one, though, on Bar Boulevard. So just because, you don't need it. All you need is one. The fact that they're not manning them at night, I can go either way on that. I can see the need for there's really not a big need for it. But by the same token, you get some people who come in at night, people get confused. And boy, I'll tell you what, there are a lot of breadcrumb communities in the villages. What I mean by that is you'd better leave a trail of breadcrumbs to find your way back out because it can get confusing going back into some of these areas. Let's see. Oh yeah. Do you know if the villages already know what the bonds will be in Edenfield, LaGrange, and Lakeview? Absolutely, we do. Those numbers are, you'll have to go, I want to say it's about September or October. Go to the districtgov.org website and find the minutes for that meeting or the agenda for that meeting, and you will see the Phase 2 bonds. And in the Phase 2 bonds, it shows you the individual subdivisions, what their bond amounts are going to be. I also put it up on a video. Jeepers, I think it was one of my shorts. I put it up there, and you can see those bonds amount there. But again, the best way to see them is go to districtgov.org, go to the meetings, find the agenda. Like I said, I think it was September, August, October, somewhere in that time frame for the Phase 2 bonds, which cover that area, and you'll find those bond amounts. And if you want to know where each of the, I'll get it out in a second, subdivisions are, Bill Vaines has a great website. Let me see if I've got it here. Ah, yes. The website is VAYENS.com. And if you click on maps, it'll bring up this page, and scroll down to the bottom one, and you will see this map and all those little, let me pull it up here, and so you can see they've got the unit numbers there on all the different subdivisions. There's Hawkins. There we go. That's the area what you're looking at, what you're looking for right there, Edenfield. So that's where you'll find some good maps. And again, districtgov.org. Let's see. All right. Unified Communications LLC says, at the end of Warm Springs Road past Finney, there is a UPS store. There is a UPS store. Do you know of any of the plans to develop the land beyond that plaza that abuts Finney Hammock area? So I'm assuming you're talking about to the west of the UPS store. That is an area that's going to be developed, and it's just a matter of when. And if somebody has to want to develop there. I think we'll see a lot of development start happening in that area in about 2 years with the widening of US 301 and the rerouting and putting a traffic light there at Warm Springs and 301. I think we're going to see some nice changes there. All right. Eb says there are a lot of recommendations for screen cleaning and Talk of the Villages. We use Testerman's. Okay, thanks, Eb. Appreciate the info. Honestly, I've never looked for it. I've always done it myself. I do a lot of things myself. Sometimes I do too much myself. All right. Muskie says, do you know the exact location of where 301 bypasses by Hammock? Yeah, it's between, no. The exact route, I have not seen it yet. I've seen preliminaries. The plant, I know that they're in the middle of right-of-way acquisition, but how far exactly away from Hammock at Finney it's going to be, I don't know that. I haven't seen it, but as soon as I see it, I'll share it with everybody in one of my videos. Wow. Excuse me. Love my coffee. I'm a coffee addict. I just got a text message from my realtor. They just finished up the open house that was running today. I will, look at that when I get off there. So, Paul wants to know, repeat the web address for the maps you use. I just put it up on the chat window. It's VAYENS. It's great maps. He does a great job on producing them. We'll pull those up. This is the maps once again. So that's one of them. You can. Yeah. Here we go. Whoa. I've been using a Mac now for almost 2 years, and I'm still having fun with it, trying to figure out how to do everything. So this is the area just beyond the UPS store. 7-Eleven is going here, and 301 is going to come down this way. So that's what we know so far. But yeah, he's got some maps for multimodal paths, and some great street maps that cover the streets as we find the plots. Oh, let's see. East of the church or west of the church? I believe it's west of the church, Muskie, is where the road is going. Let's see. Praying for multiple offers, bidding war for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. What will open first? Phase 1 of in phase 1 of Eastport. It's going to be the golf cart store and the bank is the first things that are going to open up. Let me go back to the regular screen. There we go. But, and then probably in, after that is going to be, what do you call it? Olympia Recreation Center and the sales office. And then probably they'll start opening up in the fall some of the restaurants, Prime and Embers. I know that Fred Karmapour is extremely excited about Prime and Embers. He's got a great location, probably the best location in all of that property for his restaurant. Fred Karmapour is the owner of FMK Restaurants or FMK Hospitality. Fred, if you're watching, I apologize if I got it wrong, but has like 15 restaurants, all of them here in the Villages. Great stuff. Victory Family Sports Grill is the latest one he's opened. I go there frequently when I'm down in this area. I love it. Anyway, would love an updated map of the shopping areas and stores in the Villages. The maps are not updated on the Villages website. Yeah, that's, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if that's commercial property development or if it's sales and marketing. Yeah, they're not always great about getting timely information out, and that's what it frustrates people, and it gives people like myself, an avenue to help distribute information. All right. Heard a rumor executive golf courses near Eastport to open in July. Have you heard anything? Ha! No, not going to happen, Don. Hopefully this evening I'll have 156 out for you to see. You can see it's dirt, okay? You can see the cutouts for some of the greens and the traps, but it's still dirt on those executive courses near Eastport. And that would be, Honeysuckle and Beautyberry, I believe, are the two courses that they're talking about. Even the championship course, Woodlands Championship course, is still this fall before they open it. It's still going through their growing in stage. BS says the Villages developer entire digital footprint is not good. With all the protectionism they have with their sales and marketing stuff, you would think it would be second to none. And unfortunately, I think they missed the boat. I think they're still stuck 10 years ago. He's talking Bellevue. Bel Air. Yeah, Bel Air is the one you're talking about. Okay, now I know which one you're talking about. July, maybe, but I doubt it. I mean, the course is ready. The problem with the course is that the starter shack is right there by where they're building the hotel. And if they let people get there, they're going to have to open up traffic through that area. And I know they don't want to because there's still so much construction work going on. I don't foresee that opening up until this fall, when that area starts to open up. To be honest with you, so yeah, Don, you're right. It is done, and I mean, it's a beautiful course, Bel Air. I've been over it many times with the drone, looking at it. It looks great. Lots of trees. Of course, lots of water, which is going to be my undoing. No, I say that, but I only lost one ball yesterday. Where did we play? Where did we play? I don't remember where we played. Oh, we played Volusia, and I only dropped one in the water. It was on the third hole. I had a beautiful tee shot. The tee shot was probably 260, 270 yards. Of course, it had the downhill slope on my side. Not my typical drive, trust me. So I just had a short chip over to the green, and of course, I towed it, and it went straight into the water. But there we go. That's just my golf game. Excuse me. Anybody else have any questions? So I've covered pretty much everything I was thinking about today. Let's see. Bel Air is going to be a ball disposal course. Hey, I'll raise the water level 6 inches the first 6 months I play it because of all the balls I throw in the water. Right after parking lot are clean. Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of construction going on there. It's too much of a hassle to bring up the video footage that I shot of it 2 days ago, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. The area, they're still building the what do they call that? The driving range, where you get your driving range balls and things like that. That's still under construction, and of course that whole area is part of the construction laydown area for the hotel. So they don't like to have a lot of people in the construction areas. It's dangerous. Uh-oh, lost my screen. Yep. Oh, there we go. It's back. Happy-go-lucky. How is your house sale going? Are there a lot of lookers? Yeah, a lot of lookers. But no offers yet. I've had a couple of serious lookers. Frank, my realtor, my real estate agent, sorry, if I say realtor, then those people that pay to use that name get upset. Let me give them a Kleenex to dry their tears. Oh, wait, maybe that's a tissue. Never mind. You get my point on the comment, though. Anyway, I mean, we're hoping, we just staged the house. That happened yesterday when I was over cutting the grass. The house had been staged. It looks great. I'm going to take some more pictures. Part of the problem is the number of buyers hasn't really changed over the last 10 years. It's still a fairly constant number. The number of new homes hasn't changed. They're still making about the same amount. But if we look at the number of pre-owned homes, that number continues to increase as far as the raw number goes. But when we look at the percentage, that stays fairly constant. So when I bought the house 11 years ago, there was 42, 43,000 homes. Now there's 70,000 homes. If it's just 1%, which is about where it's running, then the number goes up. So there's a bigger market. Let's see. Terry wants to know any word on a restaurant at Woodlands or Meadowview golf courses. I know that both are supposed to have restaurants. I have not heard of anybody going into Woodlands at this point. Hoping the realtor call is a good one. Let's see. Sorry about the house. Hate to say it. That it has to start with a 6. Mark, we could have a conversation about that, about the price. It's not realistic at 6. But anyway, how many homes on the market? So many homes on the market. It's crazy. Again, the community's getting bigger. The percentage is staying the same. It's just a lot of homes on the market. They need to figure out a new market to tap into to attract more retirees to come here. That will be the saving grace. But I have faith. a few prayers every day, and hopefully someday it will happen. We just take it one day at a time. Ah, wow. So we are coming right up on 4 o'clock, and I know that I'm in charge of cooking dinner this evening. We're doing pork chops on the grill, and always a favorite. Now, anything on the grill is a favorite. What am I saying? Last night we did stuffed salmon on cedar planks on the grill, and that was just absolutely phenomenal. So, excuse me, my throat is really dry. So, anyway, that's better. Oh, it's amazing. You get a little fluid down your throat, clears all the cobwebs out. So what else? Oh yeah, there's some seats opening up. I think CDD 6. Peter Muller has retired and left his seat, so they're looking to fill his seat. So if you live up in CDD 6 and you're interested in getting involved in district government and you live up in that area, that's not a bad thing. Oh, David, come on. Really? You've been watching too much Brady Bunch pork chops and applesauce. I haven't had applesauce in years. But anyway, wow. Anyway, so it looks like things have run their course for the day. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I enjoy doing this. We'll do this again next week. Remember, life is short, power is fleeting. Physical beauty lasts but only a short while. All of those who live long enough will also become weak and vulnerable at some point. So let us be humble, help the sick, the weak, the vulnerable. One day we too will exit the stage, and so let us do it with humility, dignity, and honor, and the knowledge that through our actions we have left this world a better place. I'm Don Wiley. Have a great day. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week. Look for 156 coming out this evening. I'm out of here.
You'll know when people move into their homes, especially in Florida, we're limited for storage space. So what we do is we come in and help create storage space by maximizing what is currently available in their kitchens and their closets and other rooms. So a few of the things that we really pride ourselves on is communication with the customer, and our attention to detail is second to none. If you're looking to transform your kitchen, closet, or any other space in your home, give us a call or check out our website to book an appointment.